Hello, 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 dreamers, and welcome back to PERLA'S DREAMS. Capricorn, Aquarius, Cusp. This is your reading. And again, guys, these are general readings, so only take whatever resonates and please, please leave the rest. Um, this is a weird image to start a reading with, but I'm looking at a bride with a very long veil. It's not so much. It's like the veil is ends where the train of the wedding dress ends. And this is regardless of whether you're male or female. What this is showing me is this energy of like when you think about like somebody that is going to get married, right? There is, especially like when you think of like a female, right? She's going into a commitment with somebody that is promising to protect and love her. And I feel that this is what is happening at this moment in time, where you are walking into a commitment, whether with another person or within yourself, right? With a job or something of that matter, that feels very protective, that feels very loving, that feels very welcoming. What I keep on hearing is this word safe. I am safe. I am safe. There is this huge space of I've made it. I made it. I'm here. Um, that is kind of like the energy that I'm picking up. For some of you, you are literally getting married. But this is like wow. Like I just want to sit in this energy for like a second. Like this, there's like this peace and this gratefulness coming from the heart of like it feels like it's like I made it. Like I made it. When you think about like a promised land or whatever it is, it's like that's what it feels like. There's something very big that is happening. You know, this can be like, you know, if you've always wanted to like own your own house, it's like you get the house and it's like, wow, this is mine, this is attainable, this is something that is mine. And that's the energy that I'm picking up. It feels very overwhelming. I see a lot of like tears and a lot of, but this is all coming from a place of being very grateful. um it's like a lot of you are spending a lot of the time this month kind of like pinching yourself like, oh, is this true, is this real, is this real, like I really made it, like I really made it. This path of like of uncertainty that you've had to go through in order to get to this position that you're in right now, it's like you're looking at it and you're like, how did I manage to overcome that? And spirit is like, it's not about overcoming it, it's about growing within those spaces. Like if you see, like it's almost kind of like spirit is pinpointing at every stage where it was that you were growing, at every like pointing out like every aha moment that you have during this process of getting to this point. Let's see if we can get something a little bit more specific, if that makes sense, because like this energy of like just gratefulness like really overwhelming. I really just want to stop working right now and just like sit in that space. Like it's almost, it feels almost kind of like, you know, when you're like a little high, kind of like ooh. And when I mean high, it's like it doesn't have to come from like a substance or anything like that. Like you can get like spiritually high. And for those of you that have experienced it, it's like it's this energy that you really do not want to leave, right? um and that's kind of like what I'm feeling at this moment in time. So this is going to be a very blissful time for you guys. um when it comes to relationship, there is, some of you are making a final decision to close the door on something. um some of you were in a space of trying to heal but still trying to keep the door open for someone, and that is like closing off for you during this time. Like I don't feel that you're doing it like intentionally, or you're necessarily like noticing it until it actually happens, where you're just like, wow, I'm really done with that chapter, I'm really done with that person. um I do see that the moment that you close this door, as with everything, right? Whenever we're closing, and this does not pertain to just like exes. This pertains to anything that you're trying to close off, like any behaviors or anything like that. When you close that door, it comes knocking like, hey, you sure you don't want to let me in? Type of thing. So just be aware of that. And I feel that this person actually coming towards you and knocking on your door and be like, hey, I'm here, and you're just like, yeah, you're gonna stay there, you're not coming over, like you're not crossing that threshold of a door. And I think that that's where your final clarity comes, that you've moved on from this person, you moved on from the pain, from the heartbreak that this person caused you. And it's a beautiful moment, it's something very amazing to like experience. All right. um this candle, for those of you that are wondering, are from like the previous sign. So I don't blow out the candles, I let them burn out completely. So for you, those of you that are distracted by this, just kind of like ignore it if you can. All right, so let's go ahead and let's see. um um you're gonna have a quick whether it is during this time or it's planned during this time, there's like a quick getaway that is planned between you and like a very small group. I keep on seeing groups of three, so it can be you and like two friends, or you or like two family members. This is like something that happens all of a sudden. um doesn't it, I'm not picking up like anything bad within this energy, so it's not like an emergency where somebody's sick or somebody passed. This is more of like a spurt of the moment type of thing, like, oh, by the way, like I saw these flights and they're this cheap, and this Airbnb, like, this, whatever. It's like something that happens like all of a sudden, but you go for it and you really end up having a pretty good time. I think it was something that you really kind of needed, especially after this person like shows up from the past that is trying to come back in. All right, so let's see, what else do we have? When it comes to your finances, keep your purse close to you. Keep your purse close to you. And when I'm saying that is like, be aware of who you are allowing in your house. um because there's somebody that is coming in to steal something. Now when I say that, this can also be like an energetic thing that somebody brings into your house that causes issues with your finances. So you have to be very mindful of who it is that you invite into your house and who it is that you allow into your house. I was having a conversation with, believe it or not, with my mother. And when I say believe it or not, it's because of the topic of the conversation. My mother has always been somebody that has been very social and has always invited people over and this and this and that. And when I got my own place, I was very adamant of like who I would allow inside my house, who would I allow like in certain areas of my house, and this and this and that. And she was talking to me a couple of weeks ago, and she goes like, you know what? I didn't understand it then. I thought that you were just rude, because a lot of people think I'm rude. She's like, but I understand that now. Not everyone should be allowed in your room, like in your house, and not everybody should have access to like your bedroom. Not everybody needs a tour of the house, etc., etc. And I'm like, yeah. And she was like, I didn't see it before, like the spiritual aspect of it, right? And I was like, yeah, that's how it goes. And it's kind of like that, like you have to be, because there's somebody that is coming into your house, that is coming to rob you or something. And what I'm saying about your finances is that you have to be very mindful, because there are people, again, that have certain energies, that are attached to them, right? Certain energies that they are even unaware of themselves, and this can come in and mess up with your money. So like if you think about it, like sometimes when you're connecting with a certain group of friends, or when you're in a relationship with a specific person, it seems like your money is always running out, like you never have enough, like it seems like you're always struggling. There's something energetically about that person is bringing forth that is causing chaos within your finances. So this is why it's very important to keep your purse closed. Like I tend to wear more, like I have like this really nice like Nightmare Before Christmas purse, and because I'm not really like a brand person, but I love Nightmare Before Christmas. But anyways, and when people see it, sometimes they like want to touch it, and I'm like, no, you can see it from afar, like that type of thing. Like I also like, if you think about it, like if you have long hair, curly hair, straight hair, it doesn't matter. How people normally want to gravitate and like touch your hair, and it's like, no, do not touch me. No, do not touch me. Like that type of thing, like where you have to start setting like physical boundaries with yourself, and within your own things, when people that are very like touchy feely type of thing. Okay, because not everyone should have access to things that are yours or to you in that way. All right, so let's go ahead and see. Do we have anything else for Capricorn, Aquarius, Cusp, Spirit? Again, this whole relationship thing is coming. We have the King of Cups in the reverse with the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. What else do we have, Spirit? Excuse me. Yeah, this connection, this connection that you're overcoming, this relationship that you're healing from, was something that you didn't think was ever going to happen. You honestly thought that you were going to be stuck on this person. You may have tried dating other people, and you kind of broke it off or whatever because you couldn't stop thinking about this person. But now it's like, it wasn't until you really allow yourself to go within yourself, to really isolate yourself from people, from connections, and like romantic connections and things like that, that you really allowed yourself the space to heal. And when I say that, it's like, some people need other people to heal. Some people need to be in other connections to heal certain aspects of it. Some people don't. And whatever aspects of this connection that was still lingering, that still needed to heal, was something that needed to be done on its own, if that makes sense. Okay. Because remember, we're all here for different experiences, and we all need different things at different times of our life. So just because somebody heals within a relationship and somebody heals on their own, it doesn't make one better or right or wrong. Is what I'm picking up. And now you are in a space of really wanting to you're wanting to see what's out there, but you're not rushing. You're not initiating anything. You're not. It's almost kind of like you're in the space of like really, really waiting to see what it is that what is it that spirit has planned for you. Because I feel like in the past, whenever you've tried to initiate connections and relationships, when you were actively like obsessing about wanting to be in a relationship, obsessively wanting to have connections, um you kept on connecting with people that were just reflecting that wounded part of yourself. So now that that wounded part of yourself has healed, or is in this healing process, you're waiting to see how that changes like your dating life, like your romantic life. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's actually quite beautiful to be able to sit with yourself and to really be able to wait for what it is that is in alignment with you, right? So what do I have? I'm going to pull out an oracle card. We have the Rumi Oracle. All right. So give me one card, Spirit, for Capricorn, Aquarius, Cusp. One card, Spirit. Victory of Miriam, number 41. And 41 and 4 and 1 is 5, which comes to a, usually talks about change. 41. Okay. If you're longing to caress the moon, don't turn away from it. If you are not ill, why do you crawl under a blanket to hide? You are in a quarry of sweets, why do you look so sour? You live in the spring of life, why are you withered inside? Don't fight against yourself, don't flee from what could be your glory. Like a fearless moth, dive into the flame. Why be linked to your obsessions? Burn out in the flames until your heart and soul are enlightened. Get out of the old carcass and form yourself a new body. Why are you afraid of a fox when you descend from lions? Why be a lame ass when you have the strength of a stallion? The beloved you seek will arrive to open the door to your future. No, to your fortune, excuse me. For love is the key that opens all your locks. So again, this is solidifying like all of the things. Again, remember when we were talking about like all of these stages that you had to go through, and all of the aspects of like where growth occurred during this journey from you. And it's like this kind of puts it all into perspective as like as the entire thing, like all of the things that you had to overcome, how far you've actually come, and how it is that moving forward you have nothing to fear within this space, and allow yourself to really be in that space of gratefulness during this commitment, during this safety, during this finally getting to this place that you have worked so hard to get to. Well, guys, as always, thank you for your love and support. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing to the channel. And if you haven't done so, go ahead and do so. We'd love to have you. Sending every single one of you love, strength, and blessing, guys. Take care. Love you all. Bye-bye.